I'm Aveline, welcome back to the channel. I hope you're all having an amazing day. Who's excited for the new kit that's coming out on Tuesday? I know I am, I wonder why. I don't know, I can't tell, but if you didn't know, there's a new plant kit coming out on Tuesday and I'm excited. Sorry. Anyway, I hope you're all having a lovely day today. We're doing a build as per usual, but before we get into it, I do have to say a massive thank you to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video. So if you don't know what Skillshare is, despite me having mentioned it so many times here on the channel, it's an online learning community with over thousands of classes for curious and creative people. So on Skillshare, you can explore your creativity, discover new skills, or maybe improve on skills that you already have. They offer classes in, for example, video editing with Premiere Pro, but also other Adobe programs such as Photoshop, Illustrator. Lots of options to go through. They also have classes in interior design, productivity, creative writing, how to make a career out of your creativity, and much more. And speaking of plants, one of my favorite classes is Plants at Home, Uplift Your Spirit and Your Space by Christopher Griffin, also known as Plant Queen. And I'm telling you, if you have the slightest interest in plants, you need to watch this class because he is amazing. His passion for plants shines through. Yeah, he's just an inspiration. Skillshare is made for learning, so there are no ads to interrupt you while you're taking a class. And they continuously launch new premium classes as well, so there's always something new to learn and explore. And Skillshare have been so generous to give the first 1,000 people who click on the link at the top of the description box or the one in the pinned comment 1 month of free trial to Skillshare Premium, so you can go explore your creativity as well. I highly recommend that you check out Skillshare. It's a lot of fun. There's a lot of things to learn on there, and the classes are so inspiring. So yeah, highly recommend that you go check it out. Anyway, thank you so much to Skillshare again for sponsoring today's video. Now let's move on with today's build, shall we? So today we are decorating an apartment, and today we're using the new kit that we got Tuesday, I think it was, the plant kit. So of course I had to build something or decorate something for a very plantsy person. I think the work in progress title is Plant Mom Apartment, but I'm not sure that it's gonna be called that once I upload it. So I don't really know because I don't really know. I've done a couple of other Plant Mom houses and also apartments before, so I feel like it's a title that I've used. But it's also limited what kind of titles you can use for these sorts of builds. So, because plantsy apartment doesn't really sound that interesting, does it? So we'll see, but the work in progress title is Plant Mom Apartment at least. It could also be Plant Dad Apartment. I don't know, it's up to you guys, but we're definitely using a lot of plants today. And also the apartment overall, I decided to go for a calm kind of color scheme, so it's very light and breezy, if you will, and just very light and beige, and then with a lot of green. I also decided to kind of try and match the plants by using some accented walls, so there's a couple of green walls around the apartment as well. And because I also kept the color scheme very simple, I also needed there to be a little bit of play with the wallpapers as well. So there's a couple of accented walls that are the same colors, like kind of light gray-ish. I don't know, the color scheme, I feel like it's pleasant, but I'm sure some people would find it kind of boring, but we're trying to focus on the plants in this apartment, so I just wanted everything to be built around that, if that makes sense, and therefore it's very light and then with a lot of green, because, you know, the plants are green. So yeah, that's what we're doing today. I had a good time building this apartment, decorating this apartment. It was a lot of fun trying to use the new plants and see what kind of way we could use the curtains, for example. I had a little bit of fun with that above some of the counters and also around the TV, even though I know the TV area is going to look a little bit messy to some people, but I had a lot of fun with it either way. I think my favorite room in this apartment might possibly be the bedroom, actually. We'll get to that eventually because it does take a while for us to finish up this room. This is the common area, so we have both the kitchen, dining area. There's also kind of a bar, but not exactly a bar, just like a counter area that you can eat breakfast at or something, if you will. And there's also the TV area or entertainment area. It's very open, but that also leaves a lot of space for a lot of plants. And I also swapped out some of the windows with the tool mod. So if you download this off the gallery, you will not be getting these windows with the download, just be aware of that. But if you have the tool mod, you can easily swap them out with these windows instead. I've used the ones from Myshuno Stuff Pack because I really like those. And also I think the plain ones are from Eco Lifestyle because they came in a white swatch. I don't know if the base game ones do that now, the plain windows from base game, because I haven't really checked them since they got updated. I think they might come in a white swatch now, but I don't really know because I've always just gone for either the Eco Lifestyle ones or, did I almost call it the Eco Living? The Eco Lifestyle ones or the, what's it called? Snowy Escape ones. So if I'm ever gonna look for like a one tile clear window kind of window, clear glass window, I usually just go for one of those two, but I think the base game one would probably do as well, and there's possibly also a similar window in one of the other packs, but I don't really remember anymore because I usually just go for the Eco Lifestyle ones. It comes in a lot of different swatches, so it's nice, but I just needed the white one to match with the Myshuno windows. I just really like those windows in apartments, I think. I don't know, they fit with the size of these modern looking clear glass windows that I talked about, and they just, I feel like they look like apartment windows, right? So I just like using them for apartments. But tool mod, if you want to swap out the old windows with the ones that I'm using, you're going to need that mod. So you can find it by Googling, because I don't actually remember what page I found it on, unfortunately. I just kind of decided to download it on a whim, which, you know, meant that I didn't really save the link to it or anything, but it should be easy to find. So, and of course, if you play on console, you can't get mods, but in that case, if you download the apartment, you will just have the old windows, the standard windows, and you can just move some of the curtains around so that they fit. Don't worry, it's not that, like, it's not anything that would ruin the build in any way. Just want to point that out. I actually got, because this is the third. It's the third apartment I'm doing while changing out the windows. You know what I mean. And someone actually commented the other day that since I downloaded Tool, it was an instant unsub, and I'm like, that feels a little extreme. I don't know, it feels very hateful towards the mod. It's just, I feel like when we've had apartments for this long and I have the opportunity to get the mod, I'm not gonna like overuse it or anything like that, because that is not for me personally, but I would like to see some of the apartments with other windows, so that's why I'm playing around with it, if that makes sense. Plus, also, one of the rugs, the one that I'm using in the bedroom, was this annoying size when I sized it up, so I kind of tweaked it a little bit with the mod as well, so in that way it comes in handy, but I don't know, that felt a little bit extreme, but I mean, it's fair, it's your choice. I just don't fully understand it, but that's also okay. Anywho, we are working on the living room area right now. Don't worry, I do go back to the kitchen and I clutter it up. I think I forgot to place down, or I hadn't finished up the kitchen area yet at that point, so I was missing both a sink and stuff. There's also room for a dishwasher, by the way, I just want to point that out. Talking about that yesterday, there is room for a dishwasher. No, I did not place one down, but you could easily do that if you want there to be one. But just in case you thought I'd simply moved past the kitchen and we were done with it, no, we're still going back to clutter it up a little bit because it is not cluttered enough for my liking just yet. I just wanted to place down the basics, and then I just started basically cluttering up this space because there was a lot of clutter opportunities here, if you will. So I just, because I placed out a lot of shelves here and the box shelves as well from Dream Home Decorator, so it was just kind of inviting me to clutter it up right away, if you get what I mean. So yeah, I just moved the cluttering of the kitchen for a little bit, but we'll get to it. Don't worry, I'm not just gonna forget about it. I will say I forgot to place down a hamper while decorating, but it is gonna be there in the uploaded version. And also, speaking of uploaded version, this build will not have this elevated platform here in the living room, just so you know, in the uploaded version, but it should be easy to place down a couple of walls and then just lift it up one tick and then delete the walls again. Just make sure you do it not by using the wall tool, but by using the sledgehammer, because otherwise you might get this annoying glitch around the edge of the platform. I don't know what that's about, but just use the sledgehammer, okay? I'm telling you, just use the sledgehammer. And also, the last two builds that I've done are both up on the gallery, but also as tray files on my Patreon, so you can find them linked in the description box of the videos, by the way, because I realized that I was a little bit slow with the one I uploaded last week. but I was away, and then when I came back, I've basically just been playing catch up with work. So it's been a little bit difficult to find time to just remember, basically. It's been difficult to find time to remember. Yeah, I feel like that fits. Whenever I'm gone for like a weekend or something, I always just feel like I play catch up when I come home, so some things just get overlooked for a little bit, and that build was one of them. But it is up now, so if you've been waiting for it, you can find it on the gallery and also on Patreon now, just so you know. We have started on the bedroom, and like I said, this is probably my favorite room in the apartment. I was having some issues placing down this. This is playable, by the way, or functional, so don't worry about blocking access to the bed. But I was having issues placing down one of the shelves, the one on the right side, because it kept snapping onto the wall, which I couldn't really do anything about because I can't remove it, which I would usually do. So I actually ended up using Tool for that as well, placing it down the way that it is, and it took a little bit of tweaking and stuff, but it worked out. I like how that looks. I feel like it's different from a nightstand, so it's a little bit fun to play around with those shelves now and then. It's basically just one of the white shelves sized up, super easy. But I use Tool Mod to just place it like that. I hope it should still be the same if you download it on console, I think. And even if you download it on PC and you don't have Tool, it should still be placed like that. Not sure about the rug. Someone will have to update me on that because, I don't know, it's kind of in between sizes. You know, when you size up an item, it's kind of in between the two steps, if you get what I mean. So, but it was the size that I wanted it to be, so I went with it. I was kind of debating if I wanted them to have a TV in the bedroom as well, because I know that is super cozy, just lying in bed watching TV on a Sunday morning or something. I mean, I haven't done that for, I don't even know. I don't know if I've ever done that, but it sounds super cozy, okay? But they already have a massive, or actually the TV is not that massive, but they have a pretty big TV setup, I would say, entertainment unit in the living room. So it felt a little bit overkill to have another TV in the bedroom as well. I don't know. So I decided against it. This is where I'm kind of like playing around with sizing the rug, which, yes, thank you to the Tool Mod for making it a little bit easier. Anywho, for the rest of this room, we are just, I want to say cluttering it up, but we're basically planting it up, if that makes any sense. There's going to be a lot of plants. I ended up counting how many plants they had throughout the entire apartment, and I think it was between 50 and 60, but I might have lost count at some point and just given up on it. I don't really know. I was tired or something. I hate counting when I'm tired. Do you guys get like that too? I don't like it. So, I don't know, maybe it's because I can't keep focused for that long when I'm tired. It makes it sound like I'm counting really slowly, but I just don't like counting when I'm tired. Anyway, but they definitely have more in this room than I do in my bedroom. I actually don't have a lot of plants in my bedroom, but we might be on the same level as my office because I have like a lot in here. Might be on the same level, I think. I'm gonna have to count actually. I have 22 plants in my office, which it's kind of ironic because I'm not really getting a lot of sunlight in here, so some of them are struggling a little bit, but I just like being surrounded by them when I'm working, when I'm sitting at my computer for the vast majority of the day. So I don't know, but I think I counted it to maybe between 12 and 15 in this room or something like that, so we're actually not on the same level. I'm way above. How amazing. I actually decided, just while we're on the subject of plants, I have all my cacti here in the windowsill of my office, because the logic was, cacti have little, not thorns, but little like needles on them, right? So I needed something in the windowsill that would protect my computer from intruders if they were to climb through the window, which they can't because I live in an apartment building, but still, that was the reasoning. So I thought I would just share that with you because why not? Anyway, we are doing the bathroom and that is pretty much the end of it. I placed down a hamper off cam, so don't worry about that if you had been worrying about it, but it's there in the uploaded version, so don't. And that is all. So if you guys like this apartment, you can download it off the gallery. My ID is AvelineYT, and you can also find it under the hashtag Aveline or AvelineYT. And as always, The tray files can be found on my Patreon, which will be linked to in the description box down below. If you like Roblox videos or lifestyle videos or just videos where people talk about books, sometimes for a little bit too long, check out my other channels. Both of those will be, you can find them through my link tree, so look for that link in the description box. Thank you again so much to Skillshare for sponsoring today's video, and that is all I got for you guys today. So I hope you all enjoyed it. Please like and subscribe and all that good stuff if you did, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye-bye!
Pretty, honey, let's just face it. You can do better. Let me show you what a good time looks like. You can do better, so much better. I don't fit into your box. Beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. I dare you to be wilder. I don't fit into your box. Beauty queens without no flaws. You can do better. Shoes off, you don't have to